Ladies, yeah, it's been a minute since I've come up on here, and I'm not going to even lie. It might be a minute before I pop back up again. I honestly feel like God had me create this, but I might have been a little ahead of myself. Okay. But today I kind of want to talk to you guys about a change in your perspective and why not. Okay. What I mean by that is that a lot of times people like to impose on you their perspective of life. A lot of times that comes from a lot of hurt and pain. And people might offer you some suggestions or what it is that you should do, how it is you should think or feel about certain things. And a lot of times it's based on the loss that they have perceived in different areas, right? And one subject in particular that I continue to see this come up in, even here on this channel, is regarding marriage and love. There was a few videos like I remember people put things as like you know that little chick that makes those videos about Dusties, um, but she calls the ladies something. She calls them like basically you're like a woman that is like looking or begging for attention. You're like the one all the Dusties go to. I can't even think of what they're called. Okay, for some reason the Dusties are standing out. Okay, and they say basically the pick me's. You're a pick misha. You're a pick misha. Okay, they're kind of stuck on that whole decentering of men, and I'm not gonna even lie to you. I had my time period of that, and that's for a reason. You should, in many ways, decenter these relationships or the desire for these relationships and allow Christ to be your center of all things, right? But the Lord also says that when you do that, when you allow Him to be the center of all things, He gives you your heart's desires. Seek first the kingdom of God, and all things will be added on to you. So, in seeking first the kingdom of God and all things being added on to you, you first have this centralization of He's your everything. He guides you in all your ways. And no, you really don't per se need a man per se, okay? You have the Lord, He fills in the gaps for you. But why would He put that urge in us, that desire for that? There's a reason why He's put that inside of you, because it does exist. Love does exist. A lot of women that want to decenter men, what it really is that you're afraid of love because you have failed in it over and over again. And so you continue to think that you're going to fail in it and you're going to have the same experience. But most of the time, it's because you were the one that initiated it. You went out looking for something and you were looking for love in all the wrong places. Been around, seen a lot of pretty faces, and they all let you down. But you never allowed your Lord to lead you to those places, those pretty faces, okay? You went out there and you seek these things for yourself. You're supposed to seek first the kingdom of God and allow all things to be added on to you. If you're a good person and you have a good heart and you show up and you give goodness to people, you show love, why would you think that that can't be reciprocated to you? That's a hurt mindset. That's what you're coming from. Whether you want to admit it or not, you're coming from a place of hurt. You're coming from a place of lack because you've experienced hurt and lack in these places, but you went out searching for those things on your own. When you allow the Lord to add on to you, He can also add love onto you. Not every man is the same. Not everyone is having a negative experiences in marriages, etc. I know that that is what is talked about a lot and brought to the main front, but that's what you've been looking for. You've been searching that out because you've experienced it. And so your algorithms, they promote that to you. They promote a heartbroken person, grief-stricken person, a person that continues to fail in these particular things. But why don't you start seeking out what it is that you truly want? Because the truth is, a lot of these people, what you truly want is that love. What you truly want is that commitment, that good marriage. But because you continue to seek out things that were outside of God's will, you continue to fall short. Okay, well, now that you're walking with the Lord, why wouldn't you think that He would want to add those things on to you? Real love does exist. It's time for some of us to change our algorithm. Yes, you have discentered. Men, they're not the center of your life. Great. Christ is. Now he's going to add on to you. The Lord puts two whole people together, not two halves. Great that you've discentered. But when the Lord opens up the door and makes room in your life and he puts someone there, understand they're going to have the capacity to love you. Understand that you won't be able to compare that to this because there will be no comparison. Understand the same way that you have a heart to love, there's somewhere a man of God that has the same heart to love, and your Father's going to match you with him. And that doesn't make you a pygmisha. That makes you a woman of God that understands your value and worth and understands that her Father wants the best for her, and he doesn't want for you to be alone. If that's what you choose to do, then that's what you choose to do. If that's the path the Lord leads you on, then that's the path he leads you on. But if he leads you to a path where he brings you into union with someone, why would you ever think that what the Lord is bringing you into union with is similar to anything that you had back there that you created? Behold, he's doing a new thing, even in the hearts of his daughters and in his sons. Because don't get it twisted, some of these men then had some bad relationships too. They had to go back to the drawing board with the Lord and had to get their heart cleaned up and their mindset renewed, that there wasn't just a whole bunch of Tatianas out there because they just happened to experience Tatianas back to back and little tater tots, as I tell my sons. Leave the tater tots alone now, okay? Don't come in with no tater tots, all right? Maybe that's what they experienced in the past. Women that just played on them, maybe played them for their money, etc. Who knows? But there are good women out there, all right? So be careful with Miss Dusty's. She's satire, honey. Don't try to live that out in real life. All right. The Lord has something better for you. And behold, he does a new thing, and unions are springing forth. And this is good marriages with good men and good women of God who have the hearts and the capacity to love, because the Lord has done a work in their heart. So for you ladies who are seeking out marriage, don't listen to the women of this world thinking that there's nothing good out there. The Lord's going to bring you a good thing. You keep doing what the Lord has told you to do and allow him to lead your steps and bring to you what it is that you deserve, because you deserve better than whatever it is that you experienced back there. And God's going to give it to you in his time. You guys have a blessed day. Bye, y'all.